What if I told you that the way you love today was decided before you even knew what love was? Before you had your first crush? Before your first heartbreak? Before you even understood what relationships meant? Your 7-year-old self was already writing the blueprint for every romantic connection you'd ever have. And here's the mind-blowing part that neuroscientists discovered. The patterns you're stuck in right now. They're not personality flaws. They're survival strategies your child brain created to keep you safe. You know that feeling when you're in a relationship and you catch yourself doing something that makes you think, why do I always do this? Maybe you're the person who can't stop giving until you're completely drained. Or you find yourself dating the same type of person over and over, even though you know they're wrong for you. Maybe you sabotage relationships the moment they get too good. Or you analyze every text message like it's a code that determines your worth. Here's what's really happening. Your nervous system is running a program that was installed when you were between 2 and 7 years old. And that program, it's not trying to help you find love. It's trying to help you survive the emotional environment you grew up in. But there's a hidden riddle in this video. What are the 3 words your childhood self decided about love that still control your relationships today? I'll give you hints throughout, and if you solve it, comment your answer below, because the people who figure this out early have a massive advantage in breaking free from toxic patterns. Here's your first clue to the riddle. The first word is 4 letters and describes an obligation, something you feel you have to do. Now let us dive in. Most people think they choose how they love, but psychologist Mary Ainsworth discovered something that changes everything about how we understand relationships. In her groundbreaking strange situation experiment, Ainsworth observed how infants between 12 and 18 months reacted when separated from their mothers and then reunited. What she found was revolutionary. Here's the part that'll make you the smartest person in the room at your next dinner party. A longitudinal study found that 72% of people maintained the same attachment patterns from infancy into adulthood. That means the person you dated last year, their behaviour was largely predictable, based on what happened to them before they could even walk. Ainsworth identified 3 primary attachment styles: secure, anxious, ambivalent, and avoidant, with a 4th category, disorganised attachment, added later by researchers. But here's what the textbooks don't tell you. These aren't just academic categories. They're love languages your childhood spoke to you. And one of them is secretly running your entire romantic life right now. The performer's love language. If you grew up hearing, "good job," more than "I love you," your nervous system learned something devastating. Love is earned, not given. The performer's childhood sounded like this. Mum and Dad are happiest when I achieve something. When I mess up, the love disappears. Here's how you'll know if this is you. You can't relax in relationships until you've proven you're worthy of love. You're always auditioning for affection. The shocking truth? Performers often attract partners who withhold praise because that familiar feeling of working for love feels like home to their nervous system. Let me tell you about Tim. Tim is 40 years old, incredibly successful, and absolutely miserable in love. On the surface, he has everything. A thriving business, a beautiful apartment, achievements that would make anyone proud. But every relationship he's ever had follows the exact same devastating pattern. Tim's childhood looked perfect from the outside. His parents weren't abusive, they were just conditional. His mother would light up with pride when he brought home A's, but barely acknowledge him when he got a B+. His father would take him out for ice cream after soccer wins, but go silent with disappointment after losses. The moment that changed everything? Tim was 5 years old, bursting with excitement to show his mum a drawing he'd made at school. But she was on an important phone call for work. When he tried to get her attention, she snapped, "Tim, I'm busy with something important right now. Can't you see that?" That day, 5-year-old Tim made a decision that would control his love life for the next 35 years. I'm only important when I'm doing something important. Fast forward to today, Tim attracts women who are impressed by his success, but the moment he tries to just be with them, no achievements, no grand gestures, just quiet intimacy, they seem to lose interest. And when they do show him affection, he immediately thinks, what do I need to do to keep this? Last month, Tim met Sarah. She was different. She seemed to like him for who he was, not what he accomplished. But instead of feeling relieved, Tim panicked. His nervous system didn't recognise love without performance, so he started over-functioning, planning elaborate dates, buying expensive gifts, working longer hours to afford more impressive experiences. Sarah began pulling away, feeling overwhelmed by his intensity. And Tim? He interpreted her need for space as confirmation that he wasn't doing enough. So he performed harder, loved louder, achieved more desperately, until Sarah finally said the words that shattered him. Tim, I feel like I'm dating your resume, not you. This is the performer's tragedy. They're so busy earning love that they forget to actually receive it. Tim's 5-year-old self is still trying to get his mother's attention, but now he's exhausting adult women with the same desperate performance. Now, if Tim's story hit you in the gut, if you're thinking, oh my God, that's me, I have something that will change everything for you. I've created a free journal with 30 specific questions that will help you identify not just your childhood love language, but the exact moments that created it. This isn't some generic self-help workbook. But first, let me show you the other 4 love languages, because understanding yours is just the beginning. Here's clue number 2. The second word is 4 letters, rhymes with turn, and it's what Tim, the performer, and the rescuer all think they have to do to deserve love. The rescuer's love language. If you grew up in a home where someone was always in crisis, your little brain made a life-changing decision. I matter when people need me. The rescuer's childhood was filled with phrases like, you're so mature for your age. I don't know what I'd do without you. You're the only one who understands me. But here's the trap. Adult rescuers attract broken people not because they're generous, but because chaos feels like love to their nervous system. This one makes me angry because I see brilliant people, probably like you, exhausting themselves trying to save others while their own needs go completely ignored. Third clue. The third word is only 2 letters. It's the tiny word that makes love feel impossible to give yourself. The ghost's love language. Some of you learned the most heartbreaking lesson of all. I'm safest when I'm invisible. If your childhood was filled with phrases like, children should be seen and not heard, stop being so sensitive, or worse, complete emotional neglect, you learn to disappear to survive. Adult ghosts are the people who are incredibly independent, hate asking for help, and feel suffocated when partners try to get too close. But here's what nobody tells ghosts. Your superpower is that you can love someone without losing yourself. You just need to learn that being seen doesn't equal being hurt. The detective's love language. If love in your house was unpredictable, amazing one day, devastating the next, you became a detective. Your childhood brain decided, if I can just figure out the pattern, I can control when love comes and goes. Adult detectives are the ones analysing every text, reading between every line, trying to solve the mystery of their partner's mood. Clue. The riddle moment I'm referring to taught you that love is a puzzle to be solved rather than a gift to be received. The exhausting truth. Detectives often create the very instability they're trying to prevent, because constant analysing feels like caring to them. The warrior's love language. And then there are those of you who learned, love is a battlefield, and I have to fight to keep it. If your childhood was filled with conflict, competition for attention, or emotional warfare, you became a warrior. Warriors learn that passionate fighting means passionate love. Calm relationships actually feel boring or scary to them. But here's the plot twist. Warriors often mistake intensity for intimacy. They create drama not because they're toxic, but because their nervous system literally doesn't recognise love without a fight. Last clue, put all 3 words together and you get the core belief that's been sabotaging your love life. Think about what Tim learned, what the rescuer does, what the ghost fears, and what the detective is trying to do. The breakthrough moment. Now here's where this gets really interesting, and why you need to share this with someone you care about who's stuck in relationship patterns. Dr. Sue Johnson, the founder of emotionally focused therapy, discovered something revolutionary through over 35 years of peer-reviewed clinical research. These childhood attachment patterns aren't permanent sentences, they can be changed. Her research, grounded in attachment science, found that when people understand their attachment style, really understand it, and experience what she calls corrective emotional experiences, they can literally rewire their nervous system to create secure attachment. But here's the key most therapists miss. You can't just think your way out of these patterns. Your body has to feel safe enough to let go of the old program. Johnson's work shows that secure attachment must be experienced in relationship. It cannot be created in isolation. The solution. So how do you actually change this? How do you stop being a prisoner to programming you didn't even choose? Step 1. Recognition without judgment. The moment you can say, oh, this is my childhood love language speaking, without hating yourself for it, you've already started rewiring. Step 2. The body reset. Here's what most people miss. Your nervous system needs new experiences, not just new insights. You have to practice feeling safe in love, not just thinking about it. Step 3. Pattern interrupts. Every time you catch your childhood love language running the show, pause and ask, what would I do if I knew I was already worthy of love? The most important part, you don't have to do this alone. In fact, secure attachment is literally impossible to create in isolation. It requires other people. Now, if you think you've solved the riddle, what is the single childhood moment that has the most power over your love life? Drop your answer in the comments below. But here's what I really want you to do. Think of one person in your life who's stuck in relationship patterns. Maybe they're dating the same type of person over and over, or they can't seem to let anyone get close, or they're exhausting themselves trying to earn love. Send them this video. Because understanding your childhood love language isn't just personal growth, it's literally the key to breaking generational patterns. But here's the truth that will set you free. Love isn't something you earn. It's something you are worthy of just by existing. When you were 2 to 7 years old, your nervous system decided that love was conditional, that you had to earn it, and that 3-word belief has been sabotaging every relationship since. But now you know. And knowing is the first step to choosing differently. Grab that free journal in the description. Do the work, share this with someone who needs to hear it. Make sure you're subscribed because this is information that can literally change your life overnight.